Salam, Real intervyu efirdədir. Beynəlxalq Evrasiya Mətbuat Fondunun dəvəti ilə Niderlandlı yazıcı Henri Van Ren Bakıdadır və Henri Van Ren artıq bir neçə dəfədir ki, Azərbaycana səfər edir. Xüsusilə işğaldan azad olunmuş ərazilərə bu müddətdə baş çəkib və elə bizim də ona bəzi suallarımız olacaq. Hello, Mr. Ren. Nice to meet you in Azerbaijan again. I'm glad to talking with you. So, my first question about Azerbaijan. When did acquaintance with Azerbaijan begin?
Well, the story started in 2008 and when I met Professor Fegan Aliyev. He invited me for a Congress in 2009. So, okay, send me an invitation, I will be there. So that's what I started with. So I came for the first time, I came in 2009 in Azerbaijan. In the beginning, only once a year. After it became twice, sometimes 3 times a year. And traveled everywhere, from the north to the south, from the east to the west, every place almost I was. Well, it was an interesting country for me, because we, in my country, we don't know anything about Azerbaijan.
Explain please details, why interesting?
Well, the people, first, they were very friendly to me. Yes. Something else we normally would expect, because it was an old Russian province, as what we said.
Yeah.
And the food was good. I have some remarks on kuzu, but for the rest, yes, I do like it. Well, you have 4 seasons in this country. In my country, you have only one flat country, but here you have snow, you have mountains, you have nice rivers. We don't have. That's my interest in Azerbaijan. It was growing year by year, and I had a lot of friends over here. When the friends there took me some places, I said, yes, that's fantastic. I'll keep coming. So since that year was only one time, I was in another country for vacation, but for the rest, every time on my birthday, I was celebrated over here in Azerbaijan.
During 30 years, Azerbaijan lands were under the occupation of Armenian armed forces. And during 30 years, why was Europe silent during occupation of Karabakh? Because you are from Europe, you are living in Netherlands, and I think you have a description for my question.
There was had some several reasons, because the Netherlands is a small country. Our government is running sometimes, for me, too much, running after the big countries like Germany, like France, like the USA, like other countries in Europe. We have to be one, they say. But how can you be one as a country when you are saying this is not good, that is not good? If you ask the people in my country, what about they are thinking about Azerbaijan, they are thinking a few things, like it is a Muslim country. The people are running around in clothing from 1800 and something, because they didn't know anything. No, in my country they didn't know anything about Azerbaijan, about Karabakh. So I think they are sometimes a little bit afraid for the big countries. And we have a monument in the Netherlands about Azerbaijan. It's about Khojali.
Yes.
But that's only a small thing. But why our government do not recognize Khojali massacre, genocide?
But most of countries, Europe, not recognize Khojali genocide.
Yes, but also, I mean, I'm here not for the countries in Europe. I'm here for my country, and I say that they should recognize.
What was the reason? Armenian propaganda?
Well, there are more Armenians in my country than Azerbaijani. We have a lot of Azerbaijani in my country, but the diaspora of the Armenians is stronger. The diaspora of Azerbaijan.
But we have their community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what comes with that is money-wise. If you go to, say, France, 600,000 Armenians are living there. They are strong. America, 500,000 Armenians are there, strong. But in the Armenians, the Azerbaijani in my country, they try to do a lot of things, good things. Yes, I find that out every day when they're calling me. I have to go there for a meeting. They are doing well, but the country itself is listen not to their own people, not they only listen to foreign countries like the big countries, France and Germany.
Please, let's talk about Karabakh after the Patriotic War. You were affected when first time came to Karabakh and saw anything, everything with your own eyes, because all monuments, buildings were destroyed by Armenian armed forces during 30 years.
Yeah. Well, when I came for the first time, I had the opportunity to go.
When it was?
What was?
When
In
it was?
22 February.
1 year ago.
Yeah.
1 year ago, okay.
It was really devastating to see what was still standing. Nothing. There was nothing. Everything was down. Every wall was down. The museums, you name it, the whole country up there. If you go there, there was not even a small animal who was still running around, because the Armenians was destroying every house, every building, stole, burned, robbed, everything. So then I saw the massacres. First of all, I saw at Lille in February.
Yes.
There was the first mass grave in Lille. There was only 7 there. We were talking about, we made some pictures about it, we talked with the people. The next time I went also back to Lille, and there was a mass grave of the 12 soldiers. There was band on the wrist and on the ankles with iron wire, which is, what kind of people are doing this? What kind of people must have nothing in the brain or should be empty? They are not people, they are animals. Who is doing, putting people in a grave, put sand over it? Some of them, they were alive, they run over it, they don't have any dignity for them. The people is really shocked by that, and I believe that when I saw the other ones, the other mass graves, I think it was really worse. Sometimes I had to turn myself, go the other way, because it's something really, really hard. And for my book, I was using also these pictures and also the text.
Are you writing a book about Karabakh?
Yes,
or about Azerbaijani-Armenian relations?
I'm writing a book about Karabakh, not really about Karabakh. I start with history about Azerbaijan.
It's a historical book.
Yeah, historical, but it has to go from, say, 400,000 years ago until today.
Okay.
Will be about 380, maybe 400 pages. I have 350 ready. I mean, not really as a book, because I like to present the book in September, October.
You are writing still, yes.
It's going to be in 3 languages, like my language, the Dutch language, English, of course, and later on it's going to be in Azerbaijani. So it has to do everything with Azerbaijan first, and then it starts over to get over in Karabakh. I have many pictures, also very horrible pictures. You cannot put in the book. You have to make a double page, folded, warning, because the pictures are sometimes too horrible. But it has to be shown. I mean, what the Armenians were doing to the Azerbaijan people was really horrible. Also the text belongs to it. It's really horrible. I was talking with some people from diaspora. Mr. Mersiev, he was taking me some places. We also talked with some people, and all these witnesses also, they coming also in my book, they're telling their stories, how really and what happened at that time, how they have to flee from their own house. First of all, they came from Yerevan, and they have to go to here, to IDP, but there were too many people, more than 1 million people. How can they put them in houses? That's not possible. Not in that time, it was not possible. So I hope when the book is finished that a lot of people are going to read the book, especially in my country and in Europe. So maybe we're thinking about it to bring it also in German language or in French language, or both. I have a good friend, Reza Degati. He's a fantastic photographer, and He told me, Henry, if you want to use my pictures, take them. Or he was the only photographer who had the pictures from Black January.
Black January, yes.
Yes. He has these pictures, and he said, if you want to use them, use them. But put my name on it. Well, I will meet him today again. And, well, it's for me important, and I think the people in my country really should know what is happening over here in that time. Because you know what? They see Azerbaijan as aggressor, and they see Armenia as, oh, poor, poor. But Armenians in this case are very poor actors, very poor actors. So they should know what happened over here. And as soon as they know what happened over here, maybe they're going to think something else. Also our government. When I was in our government talking with lots of people, I was asking them, how many of you were in Azerbaijan? Only one. Only one. I said, how can you talk about Azerbaijan negative if you don't know anything about the country? If you do not play the game, don't interfere with the rules.
But the main goal of Azerbaijan right now, to make a peace process with Armenia, also peace not only in Azerbaijan, in South Caucasus. How would you comment efforts of Azerbaijan in this case?
I hope it will go on. I mean, I saw the last weekend, they thought about talking with Armenia, like President Aliyev and Pashinyan. But, you know, sometimes it's very hard to believe that they want to have peace. Azerbaijan, yes. They talk all the time about peace. But Armenia, they do not talk about peace. They try to keep the fire burning all the time. Not only Armenia, but you think that the Russians, agree with that? The Russians will never go away. No, they will stay here, because if they are going, the fire will go out. There's nothing. And probably, and then I hope that Armenia and Azerbaijan can be friends again. Not the first 20 years, I guess not, but that they can be friends again. But the Russians, they will keep the fire burning. They are not going. And they are talking about in Europe also about the treatments about what did Azerbaijan with the Armenians. Well, I tell you one thing, not any war is clean.
Yeah, sure.
A coin has two sides. We don't hear so much about the Armenians, what they were doing, but they're always talking about Azerbaijanis, what they were doing. Yeah. Well, I think they have the right. If, like, Ganja was bombed, when they're going to take a little property of Armenian side, okay, do it. Because from that point, the Armenians coming in, putting new mines. How many million mines are here? How many people got killed for nothing? So, for me, it is very clear that Armenia is aggressor and not Azerbaijan.
You mentioned about the President Ilham Aliyev. How does President Ilham Aliyev look from Europe today?
Well, I think he's a very strong leader, and he's, in my view, he's doing well. He is a good leader also for the military, and he's also for the people of Azerbaijan. It is not possible. It is not possible that a president is against his country. So for me, it is very needed that the president is going like the way what he's doing now. He's good in it, so he's for the people, and at the same time, he's good also for his army, and they did very well in the Second Karabakh War. 44 days. It's too long, but they did very well. I wish it was going on a little bit more, but it is good. What I want to say about my book when it is finished,
Yes,
it is in probably, I hope, October, I hope.
October?
Yes, but when it is finished, everybody was asking me, so Henry, what are you going to do with the money that comes from the book? I said, oh, wait a minute. Not one manat is for me. The money is going to the people who need it, like the victims from the war, the widows, the soldiers, the children, the maybe houses, whatever they want to do with it, every manat is for that, not for me. personally, I would be happy when I see the smile on the face from the people. That would be good for me.
I would like to ask you about the double standards in Europe. Why there are still double standards in Europe? Because you mentioned before, but could you please repeat or add additional information and give additional information about?
Well, there's the double standards. They're coming because there are some people also in my government. They are like Christian Uni is a kind of party in our government who are, I think, almost everybody of them against Azerbaijan. And on the other hand, they're talking in the European Parliament. Well, vote for me. I will vote against Azerbaijan. That will be good for us. But on the other hand, they're talking about, well, if Azerbaijan does this, then Armenia should do this. Well, I think it's the best way to cooperate together.
Cooperate.
And not mess the people.
This is the best way.
The best cooperate together, yes. I mean, not fighting against each other. I mean, in Parliament, they're fighting against it. They're not agree with each other. How can you be a Parliament if you're not agree with each other?
But right now, Azerbaijan play a main role as energy supply in Europe, you know.
Which this is very good. I mean, I was telling already in 22 when I came here, I said, I hope that Azerbaijan is going to sell the oil to the Netherlands. And yes, they did. Well, Ursula von der Leyen from Germany, she came over and made a deal with President Aliyev, which was perfect. So I was already telling that last year in January or in February. So, well, that helped. Anyway, we have some more oil, we have some more gas because we need it. We don't want to have Russia for the oil, or because you see what's happened every time, everywhere in the world. What happened now in Ukraine, it happened in Karabakh, exactly the same.
But we follow double standards in this case.
Well, they have double standards. Do we have double standards in the Netherlands? Yes, we have. I'm not agree with that. I mean, one time they're smiling, on the other side they are having a sad face or whatever. They do not cooperate together. That's a double standard in the Netherlands. They do not wait for anybody else. So for me, it's important that they cooperate. Not double standards. I mean, it's not good. Double standards is never good.
Thank you so much for interview. And I hope our next interview in Azerbaijan in future, when you will publish your book in October, you said.
I hope October.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks too.
Həmsöhbətimiz Niderlandlı yazıcı, Beynəlxalq Avrasiya Mətbuat Fondu ilə əməkdaşlıq edən Henri Van Ren idi. Salamat qalın.